Good morning all. It's another day in the life of me, trucking. Basically, I think I'm going to have to make this another video because it's been one of those. I've chatted away for ages and ages and now it's like stupidly long. Oh wow, it's busy in here. It's like crazy long now. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem. Oh, that's tight. So it could be a problem, it could not be a problem, I don't know. I need to try and get out of here. I don't know which way the way out is. They're all parked like in this gravel, on the gravel bit as well. But the plan is to try and get up to the main road, and then obviously we'll be on the road again then to head for Portugal. But I'm not sure what's happening. Aha, there's the stop sign, so that's what we need. They're just parked everywhere. Let's go this way. There we are, back onto the road. We've got to turn left up here, and then we'll be back down, and I shall catch you guys when it is daylight. Problem, the road went one way, and then it thought to go the other way, and it said to keep right, so I kept right, but it was the wrong right. So we're meant to be over there going through this tunnel, whereas I don't know where I'm going. I'm going around the outside by the looks of it. We're now on that's like the main autostrada, and we're now on the national road. But hopefully it'll be alright. We'll see what happens. Normally Spain's pretty good for low bridges and stuff like that. This looks like a proper windy tunnel. I haven't seen anyone else though. God, that's a pothole. So we will see how we get on. Because we've come off of the motorway on our little jolly this morning, we now seem to be going through all the little towns and stuff, so that's always good fun. Start the morning at 6 o'clock Spanish time, but it's very quiet. Like normally in the UK you'd see like loads and loads of people out and about at this sort of time in the morning, but I know we're like topside Spain dropping into Portugal. It's probably not a busy area, but still, like, you would have thought it would have been a bit busier than this, but I don't know. We're nearly back on the motorway, so we've got 900 metres to go, so hopefully we can sort that out. I'm trying to shorten down my videos, so I'm trying to not do so much jibber jabbering. Well, it's starting to get light now. It's just coming up to 20 to 7. We're about to cross over the border into Portugal, and with that, obviously, that means that we will be changing time zones. There it is. There's the sign of Portugal. So we are officially in Portugal now. So hopefully there'll be somewhere in a second to pull over to change our tacos. But we will see. Just pulled over quickly. I'm just going to change the taco over if it focuses. Focus or not? It might not focus. Places, and then we're going to go to begin place. We're going to scroll down. Probably should have gone to the bottom again. Well, there it was. Portugal. Done, just like that. Let's go. So guys, I've just stopped for a quick 15-minute break. I'll say quick, but you can't actually make 15 minutes go any quicker. It's the first services into Portugal. It's all obviously shut, the cafe. There is a petrol station, not sure whether it's open or not, but just thought I'd walk over here and show you guys the mountain areas. Look at that for a morning. I think it's definitely going to be more views like that again for the journey down, because basically it's looking like we're obviously right up in the mountains and we're going right down to the coast, so we're probably going to be getting views like this most of the way now. I wonder, we'll see any sun today because it's only 8 degrees, so it's not exactly that warm. It looks like it's trying to come out, but obviously it's still early. We're back on UK time now, as I was saying earlier on, so it's 6:17 currently, and we're due in just under 1 hour and 32 minutes. We might stop for a half an hour break because obviously we're a little bit earlier than expected, so we'll see how we get on later on. But yeah, we'll crack on and enjoy the scenery. We found the sun. It is out and it's just jumped up to 15 degrees, and I have just chosen a really bad time to record because there is nothing really to look out the window. This reminds me of playing Far Cry, if you've ever seen those towers, but if you've never played the game then you wouldn't know. But yeah, there's some cracking views. I'm just coming off at junction 17 of the A7. Following the signs for Porto. Basically I think that it's the last little bit now is on this road. I might be completely wrong, there might be a little bit more on a different road, but this is the way we are going. Just seeing whether it's going to refresh and say that oh, it's just listing out all of the roads. I run it for 65 kilometers, so just over half of the way. So yeah, I'll catch you guys when we are seeing stuff. The sun came out for a brief second, but it's behind us. Hey, what goes up has to come down. So we are coming down the mountain now, the other side. Proper steep, and there's a fly in my cab, and it's starting to really annoy me. As you can see on the right over here, there is escape lanes. They're like every kilometre. So there's this fly and it keeps landing on me. Look how it shows how steep the road is. Look how steep the escape lane is. So you've got the little bit here, the rumble strips, to slow you down. And if the rumble strip, oh, they're not even rumble strips, they're just a big checker line. And then you hit the sand. And I mean, if you get out that far, I'll be pretty impressed. Also, that must be well scary. But yeah, we're on the good old engine brake rather than using the brakes to save the. Oh wow, that's a nice view. Definitely should have had the camera on the side there. But messed up that one, didn't I? But yeah, we're basically just going to head through, down and around. A couple of nice canyons, saw some dodgy straps on some rocks, didn't get a chance to film that. There's like massive rocks on the back of this flatbed, and there was like one strap on each one. If I see it anymore, I'll try and get them on the side camera. But yeah, let's go. So we've just come off of the motorway, just trying to work out what's going on right now. We're right by the airport, so it's quite busy. Where are you going? You're going that way? You're going that way. So it's quite busy, so we're basically going to make our way into our delivery. I'm not sure whether they're going to be open yet because we are very early. So we said we were going to be there at like 9 and it's like 10 to 8, but go down here. I think this is our delivery here on the left hand side. So we've got to do a lap, I think. Oh no, we can turn left actually, apparently. According to sat nav.
After 100 meters, turn left, then you have reached your destination.
Into here, it looks like there's a security hut.
Turn left, then you have reached your destination.
So let's see what happens. There's a guy in the security hut. Do I have to stop?
You have reached your destination.
Still we'll go around the corner. We'll go and speak to the man in the security hut. Probably he's coming out, so we'll stop here. Well, I'll be back in 1 second. Wow, the bloke in the gatehouse was a really nice guy. We communicated partly and managed to conclude that I needed to go down this road, turn right and then right. The Portuguese was interesting. So yeah, basically I did actually talk all the way through this bit, but I forgot to turn down my music, so my music was ever so slightly in the background, and obviously that will cause me copyright issues, so I've had to mute the sound. But yeah, basically he said come down, turn right, and then as you come round you'll see the bays on the right. Well, that was briefly what we got. So that's what I did. I basically come round and then I just parked up and went in and found someone. It was playing while I was filming that last bit, so I'm probably going to have to mute that bit and talk over it, because else I'll probably get banned or something from YouTube playing the new 21 Pilots song. I think we got somewhere. I think he said go on to Bay 3. I'm not really sure, but he also didn't really know what it was, I don't think. So I tried to translate, but the translate didn't seem to work either. It's like one of those ones where you got to reverse under a building, but the sun's really bright, so you can't actually see where the edge of the bay is. Well, that is us all tipped, and on the road we've got 3 hours and 22 minutes to go until our collection. So, oh, we're on the wrong side of the road here. Let's see how we get on with this, see how far we can get. So we are on the outer ring road around Porto now. So we're going to head around that, and then once we've headed around we're going to be going down towards Lisbon. It was really busy a minute ago and I was a bit confused about where I was going. The problem I'm having is, after our issues with Munich the other week, I've lost faith in the sat-nav again. So I've referred to both sat-navs, but then I can only do so much. Like, obviously the Google Maps doesn't show restrictions for lorries. Oh, sorry, yawning. Doesn't show restrictions for lorries, so I can only do as much as I can do. This doesn't look like I can't do it. I'm pretty sure, not 100%, I'm pretty sure I've driven this road before. It looks familiar, but then I've only ever been to Portugal once in the lorry, so it could been a totally different road and I wouldn't even know. So yeah, so that's that. Oh, what's that? Sounds like a race car. Something like that. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll jump back. There's a cool river bridge coming up soon, so I'll try and get the side camera on for that and we'll see how we get on. Right, it was sooner than I thought. It's just coming up now, so we're just going over it. I've put the side camera on and this camera, so you'll be able to see both. What a view that is. This is definitely the road I've driven before, so we should be all good because I saw this, I remember this. But obviously last time I was never organised enough to have both cameras, so you can see the bridge going forwards and then you can see the sideways, and I'll put the side view, I'll probably put the forwards view in the corner so you can see the better view up there. So that's a big wide load up there. So yeah, right, let's go. Interesting set of straps on this load. One strap on each coil. It's in a coil trailer, but still it doesn't look quite right to me. Driving now, just over an hour and a half. And just after we got out of Porto, which was about half an hour of it, so it's an hour now. It's just been like this. Trees, like farmers' fields, like there's just nothing going on. It's so peaceful, yet so nice. I don't understand. It's 22 degrees. It's only 20 past 10, so that's pretty good. It is honestly so nice down here. It's just literally straight fancy roads. It is a toll road, and then it's just green all the way around. Loads of farmers' fields, like I said earlier on. It's just yeah, it's just nothing for miles and miles. Hear me, but I'm going to shout. You're down on the windscreen, obviously, as you can see. I'm just going to pull into this services here, have a little wander around for 15 minutes, fill out some paperwork, and then we should be all to go to get down to the collection. Just pulled in, and it's just another Shell garage, as they always seem to be Shell garages. That place there seems to be all shut up, whether it's open in the summer, I don't know. But I saw this truck on the road. Proper little cool thing. But alright, I've just fell down the curb. I'm going to go in the garage, go to the toilet quickly, see how we get on. Right, so here we are again. Can you see the gap? So I pulled over obviously in here to go to the toilet. I put the fridge on before I went to the toilet. I come back and it won't start. It's obviously had all the checks done by the last two lot of people in the workshops, and they said it was all good, and it's been running absolutely fine since. And then today it's just not having any of it. So this trailer is a bag of beep. Yeah, let's just go with that. So yeah, so that's looking for another carrier dealership. So got to go and do that. Find it all up. Nothing. So we'll see what happens. Now we're on the old, the national normal back roads, as I call them. We're basically cutting across country slightly now, as the closest carrier dealer was 26 miles away, which is just under an hour, because of the roads. They're like this. So we're basically heading over now to go and get the fridge looked at for the third time in the last 2 weeks. Well, fourth time because it was looked at in the yard as well. So yeah, brilliant. One of those situations where it'd be nice if it just went well, but you can't get stressed about it because it is what it is. There's nothing we can do. It's just not a very good fridge trailer. Obviously not been looked after previously. Yeah, so nothing but problemos. So let's get gone and get Yuli. Guys, we've just come off the motorway, or the main road as they call it. I don't know if this is a junction, so I'm going to indicate anyway. And we're going to go up here and we're looking for the carrier dealer. I have no idea where it is or what it will look like. I'm assuming it's also called MS something. So we'll have a look to see if it is called that. Right, we're going straight up there. Can you see it? Can anyone see it? Not that you guys are here with me. But, wow, these are steep hills. go up here, have a look. This is a really steep hill. Apparently it should be here somewhere. I can't remember what it was called. Oh, there's one of those in Cornwall. St. Gobain. Gobain. What's the place there? So this cement place. Is this going to be a dead end? Am I not going to actually go? Oh, carrier! I see a sign that says carrier. Right, let's go in and see if we can park up outside somewhere. Let's just go over here. I'm going to park over here. I'm just going to reverse out of the way of the entrance because I don't want to get shouted at. But we're going to park here and we're going to pop in and speak to them. Wish me luck. The trailer has dropped. I've gained some of that tree over there, trying to get in. And then now the man is working on it. So fingers crossed we can get it all working and get it done. I'm going to get that tree down while I'm here. And we're off. Just like that. Matey boy was very helpful. Didn't speak a word of English. I think he understood possibly thank you, but I'm still not sure. But yeah. Oh, it's warm. Right, let's get back to it. Back. Welcome all. Back to the wonders of the European haulage of me. Oh, I could park there overnight. If I have to park somewhere, that's where I'm going to park. Right in front of that person's gate. Sure, it'll be fine. Apparently, we are arriving in 500 metres. Whether that's the case is a different thing. We'll have to find out. It looks like it's down there, but we will see. It wants us to turn left, but there's definitely not a road there, so I'm definitely not going left down there. And hopefully we can turn left in a second. It's all veg land. This is the land of vegetables. We're turning left in. There it is, up there on that hill. Hopefully we don't have to park in there overnight. Because they've got 1 hour and 40 minutes to load me. Oh, it looks steep. Oh, it's letting us go. It looks very steep, guys. Let's go steady. Put the window down just in case the trailer scrubs on the floor. Oh, he's waving me along. I wasn't sure, but he's waving me along. Oh, this is fun. good fun. This is not Arctic suitable. Clutch load high. It's going to be fun. How am I going to get out of there? That was very tight. I'm going to have to pump these into the back, aren't I? Let's see what he has to say then. It doesn't look like we're going to do a lot of turning around up here. Hello, this is my current situation. Trying to get basically back around the corner. Oh guys, we're in. That was where we were trying to turn around a second ago, but it didn't work. And then now we're in this way. There's a nice steep hill with a nice sun and a nice truck. So guys, we are all loaded. You probably won't be able to hear me because you're on the front, but I wanted to get you the view of this bridge at the bottom so that we could see how tight it actually was. There's a doggo in this the joys of European transport. Hope it doesn't collapse, because that would be really inconvenient. That would not add to my joys of today. It hasn't collapsed yet. That's massive now, up in the bush. Take a bit of tree with us again. What do you reckon? Oh, that was a lot easier to get out than it was to get in. Right, let's get out of here. This is really steep. Hopefully we can just go straight out onto the road. There's nothing coming. Right, look at that, we're out. We succeeded. And just like that, we were heading to the beach. I found this little spot not long, it was literally about 10 minutes away from where I collected, and I spun around and reversed into the space in front of a car because he was parked in a lorry space, and I was happy with that basically. So I decided I was going to have a 24-hour break here because we were close to a town and near the beach. So yeah, continue watching to see where we got to. So guys, basically I've parked up for a 24-hour break, and this is where I'm parked. I've already been in the sea this afternoon. And now I'm just chilling out, waiting for the sun to set over the water on the old scooter. We're going to go right to that lighthouse down there, and we're going to see it from there. This place is so cool. It's so calm this side. And then obviously when you go that side by the wind, it's obviously windy. And there's a UK plated car here as well. I had to grab a little snippet of the scooter with the sunset, and then I put a time lapse on, as I thought this was the complete sunset, but it turns out that this was actually just sunsetting behind the cloud, and then not long after it actually set for real into the sea, and it looked so good. Wow, what a night we had. And then obviously we went down to the beach this morning, and I left a little bit of sound in to show how windy it was, and it was hell of a windy. These guys looked like they were having a great time, and I was so jealous because I'd love to give that a go. But yeah, and then I went for a wander and I saw this pretty cool, and then went to the beach. Good afternoon, guys. It's now Saturday afternoon. I've just took about a 30-minute walk down to the other beach. It's the other side. And there's just a load of surfers in that, and I found a little spot. I'm just sort of watching everyone go by their day. I haven't got long before I need to head back and get on the road after my 24 hours off. I've got a bit of a night shift to do tonight, so it's probably a bit asleep, but you can't be asleep when you're in Portugal, so this guy's pretty good. He keeps catching and then he keeps doing disco feet and running to the front of his board like that. There must be some sort of like school of people or whatever, they're all wearing the same gear, so whether it's a surf school or like a training school, I'm not sure. There's a guy over there with a camera. Oh, welcome back guys. It's not been very long for you. I've done it again, I didn't put it in gear. Yeah, it's not been very long for you, but for me, it's been a whole 24 hours and 1 minute. I can't see anything. So hopefully there's nothing coming. Basically, want to do a lap of this Calais. Just like that. That's what we want to go. Go this way, really. Make sure we drive on the right side of the road. Cracking little spot. Managed to get in the sea. Managed to walk around today and see a few bits and bobs. Yeah, overall had a really great time, and so much better than sitting in a motorway services. Really nice people down here. It's a shame I couldn't stay tonight as well, because that would have been awesome, because there's loads of like cheap bars, and well, not cheap bars but reasonable price bars, and food places, so that would have been nice, but we better get on with it and do some work. We've got 2 days, well, just under 3 days to get back. Well, no, technically 2 days, because we got Sunday and Monday, and we got to be delivering Tuesday. But whether that's going to happen is a different story. See if anyone lets us out. I've edited and done the first part of what will be the first part of this video, and then now we're just going to be basically sort of putting things in. It's going to be night shifts for the next 2 nights, so I'm not sure how well it's going to go. I can't pull out of here, because if I pull out, I'm going to need to both sides of the road. Perfect. Right, just like that, we are out on both sides of the road, as I just said. So this is like the main strip. You've got houses on the right and then shops and that. They've got loads of Rip Curl shops. Can't even remember what it's called now. Rip Curl, what was I talking about? Loads of surfing shops, because obviously Portugal's big for surfing. I went in them all and had a little nosy around, pretty cool. But apart from that, wasn't really a lot else open or about. Obviously the weekend and also being out of season. I don't know if this counts as out of season. I'm pretty sure it's just still out of season. The weather's a bit grey today because due a storm from what I've looked at on the weather app. So not really sure if I've timed it right to be down here, but we're off anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. I've had a good day and night, so yeah. I'm gonna run a few hours tonight and then basically just see how we get. We've only got 14 hours and 50 minutes left for the week, and then we'll just have to go from there. But now we're back out on the main strip. I'll leave you till we get somewhere more exciting. See you in a bit. Wow, we're making our way nicely through the mountains parts of Portugal. I don't know if you guys can see up ahead. Turn my lights off so you can try and see. There is fireworks in the distance, which is pretty cool. But we've just basically come up all the steep hills. It's been taking quite a while to get up all the hills, even with the old trusty V8. But now, we're basically going to head up into Spain. We are just under 2 hours away from the fuel station that I'm planning on stopping at to get fuel in Ablu, and then we'll be back on the road to try and get back up to Burgos for the night, have 11 off, and then see how we get on from there. Just time travelled. We've just gone an hour ahead, so it's now 11:30, not 10:30, because obviously Portuguese time is the same as English time. Now we've just gone into Spain, so we've lost an hour technically. Lost an hour, so an hour later now. We have got 21 minutes left, and I'm just going to go to the next services, which should be in like 7 kilometres. And I'm going to go there and have a break, and then we'll get some fuel in about half an hour after that, and then we'll see how we're doing. Morning, guys. So basically I've just woken up to another beautiful day. It's 1 o'clock here in Spain, and I parked in here in the pitch black last night, and it didn't look like much, and then literally opened my curtains because I'm basically facing the edge, and I just saw all of the wind turbines and all that sort of stuff up on the hills, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I've decided I'm having 9 hours off, and I'm just going to go because it's too hot to sleep anyway. So I'm just going to get on the road and see if we can get back into France today. And good old Prima Frio. Haven't seen any of them apart from in Northfleet Lidl. We're still on. We're still safe. Mint. That's my security. If anyone didn't know. Do the checks and stuff, and then we'll be hitting the road. I'm excited because I think my side skirts have been done, and should be ready to go. And that is us back on the road. Water leaking off my roof apparently. So it was an alright place to stop last night. Toilets and all that were free, so that's a win. So now we've just got to head back up onto the main road. We've got 7 hours and 11 minutes to drive for the day, and we're 16 hours and 30 minutes away from Calais, so hopefully we can get like the good amount, the whole 7 hours and 11 minutes, and then we'll be just under a 10-hour drive from Calais tomorrow, and then hopefully we can get to Calais. The temperature reading on the lorry is actually working, I think, today, and it's reading 30 degrees. It is quite warm, to be fair, but then we have been sat in the sun, so whether it will drop slightly. But it's another lovely day down here in Spain. But for now, I will get back onto the main motorway and head towards Burgos, and then back down to the border. See you guys shortly. Well, we are making good time. All these lorries are making better time than us because, as you would have seen in the time lapse earlier on, the two Prima Frios literally flew past. I was on the limiter and they flew past like I was stationary. So that's always good fun. And they are long gone. But yeah, we're making our way obviously down still. We're about 5 hours 24 minutes from where I want to park, and I've got 5 hours and 31 minutes. So hopefully that works exactly how that plans. If we hit any traffic, then that'll be annoying. We'll have to look at alternative options for parking for the next 11 hours or so. But yeah, we're starting to head down the mountain range now. Still quite open and nice, and I'm actually quite enjoying the drive, to be fair. Temperature's dropped a little bit, it's 20 degrees, or 19 degrees. But yeah, apart from that, it's still a lovely day in Spain. Tunnel after tunnel after tunnel. So we are officially coming down off of the mountains now. It's just literally tunnel, tiny little bit of a viaduct bit, then a tunnel, and then viaduct, then the tunnel the whole way. So it's a nice steady hill down. Just got the exhaust brake on and the engine brake or whatnot, slowing us down. Sat at 90, so we're just enjoying life. But it's the temperature's dropped quite a lot now. It's only 16 degrees, and obviously the weather, the sun is gone because it's all gone all cloudy, which is what it was like when we came up here, to be fair. So I don't know whether it's one of those situations where this is what it's like in this part of the country in Spain. But yeah, still doing good for time. Like I say, we're down to 4 hours and 32 minutes away now, so we can start looking to have our break at some point soon. We've only got 4 hours 40 left anyway, so once that goes below 4.5 hours, so I'll just have a break somewhere if I fancy it, if I get tired or need to go to the toilet or whatnot. So yeah, we're just going to get on with it, you know. We're just coming down the hill now, and there's a river on the sat-nav. I don't know if it's going to be a good view, or I don't know if you won't be able to see anything. You can see a little bit. I should have put the side angle camera on, really, but it's all on the left, really. It just basically runs parallel with the sea. So it's just like a little town, loads of boats and all that sort of stuff. Oh my goodness. Palm trees and all that sort of stuff. Some fancy houses as well. We've just got a top up of fuel before we leave Spain. We're just literally coming up to the last toll booth of Spain now, and I remember this now because obviously I've done it twice now, so that's great. Alright, what's going on here then? Absolute carnage. But yeah, so this is the last toll booth of Spain, and then we'll be getting to the border of France, where we'll have to just quickly, well, that's tight, pull over and change the tacho over to France, and then we should be able to be plain sailing then. I still need a half-an-hour break. I did stop for a 15 earlier on, just quickly, and I always say that, I don't know why. I always say I stop for a quick 15-minute break. Well, 15-minute break is 15 minutes, no matter how quickly you stop. But anyway, yeah, so 212 kilometers it says now on this one road, which will probably put us pretty much to where we're going. Yeah, 100 kilometers shy of where we're planning on parking. We've got 3 hours and 53 minutes, so we're 3 hours and 46 minutes away. So we've got nearly 7 or 8 minutes spare, depending on traffic. So hopefully we can get to there. I may pop off into Casquettes, into the service place there for a shower, because I'm not sure if where I've looked at parking. I basically chose the furthest point away to park on the drive time, so we can get as far as possible today. And then I'm going to decide on which way I'm going to run tomorrow, whether I'm going to run up back up through Paris or run back like across to Rouen and that way. There's not a lot of kilometres in it, but Google Maps shows that it's like an hour or so difference. But obviously Paris can be very hit and miss, and you can lose a lot of time around Paris. So we'll see what happens. Worst case is I could run to Paris. There's more options for parking. So I could go to the TWV truck park, which is just an hour away from Calais, and then I could start in the morning and do that Tuesday morning. Delivery is definitely not going to be there until late afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. So we'll have to see what happens there. And here we are. This is the first toll booth in France. Is it going to open or not? Yeah, just about. Yeah, we're off into France. We're going strong this fine Sunday evening. As you can see, the traffic has got a lot more busier due to, obviously, we are coming around the ring road of Bordeaux. It's another fellow Orange DRL man, Belgium. Yeah, so we're just coming over the bridge bit at Bordeaux. So there's obviously don't know which way. There's two ring roads and we're on the right one. But it's one ring and we're on the right side of it. And yeah, we're just going up and around. We've got another 9.3 kilometers until we join back onto like the main sort of route road that goes up the country. So yeah, we're making good progress. Hopefully we can get parked by about 12 minutes past 9 and then get to bed. I'm knackered. Good morning, guys. So I put it in gear this morning just to let everyone know. We're just heading off. We've had 11 hours off. It's not really going to make any much difference in the long run. So I've just had my 11 hours last night. We're going to head up towards Paris. I think after speaking to my boss and that, they've decided, well, the sat-nav's sort of and ahhing between Paris and Rouen, so there's two different separate routes. The issue is ideally I wanted to try and get to the boat today, and we're looking at 9 hours 15 minutes to get to the boat through Rouen way, and it's about 9 hours and 7 minutes to go through Paris. However, the likelihood of losing time at Paris is probably high. I've never been through there and not lost like at least half an hour minimum, no matter what time you do it, and it'll be like in the middle of the day. So that's going to be an interesting one. So I think we're going to go, the plan sort of is to go round to Rouen and go that way. The only thing is with that route is that if things go wrong and we lose time, there isn't anywhere to park really that's secure en route, so it'll probably most likely be potentially, because we have to go past the train and that, maybe go into the train parking if we get that far. If we don't, then yeah, and then it'll be a break there and probably at 9, and then straight onto the boat in the morning. Well, ideal world, it'd be cool if we could knock off a little bit of time and get all the way down there to the boat tonight, and then get on the boat and then go over tonight, or get parked up in Calais. You're not really meant to, but you can sort of get away with it. But yeah, I don't really know what the plan. That's like the rough plan. So we're just gonna. It's like I say, it's 9 hours away, so a lot of things can happen in 9 hours. So we'll have to see where we go with that one. But it's another cracking day, 16 degrees already, and it's only 8:30 in the morning. But barring that, got nothing new and nothing exciting to say apart from I charged my lights last night, so I'll put a selection of photos, and you have to check them out because I'll put them on my socials, but if I remember, I'll put the little brief video in this little clip now. And then you guys would have been able to see which colour you reckon. Obviously I'm not running them on while I'm driving around because they're a bit bait, especially like the brighter colours, like the purple in my opinion is the best. But yeah, apart from that, I shall see you guys in a short while. Coming through Tours, there's a big thing that says Tours Saint something another on that wall. But yeah, it looks like a nice place that I'd like to explore one day. There's a big like cathedral style church building over there, which would be cool to look out at. So if I ever get the opportunity and I'm in this part of the country of France, then I'll definitely be looking at finding a routier or something around here to check out this town or city or whatever it may be. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, so we're definitely going to see what options come in that regards. But we're making good time. We've been driving for nearly 3 hours now, and we're just basically heading for the boat still. Hopefully you guys would have watched like the first part of this vlog thing down to Portugal already. If not, definitely go and check that out. Basically I've decided that I was going to call them like part 1, part 2 and that, but now it's just going to be like a vlog, so it would just be as and when it comes, and if it flows. Obviously coming up the next week we've got the truck show and stuff, so I may do a little bit of filming at the truck show, but obviously there won't be any lorry driving footage from that weekend because obviously we're technically our weekend at home, and then we'll be back to it on Monday. So yeah, so it should be pretty good, pretty all great. Down and just coming over this massive viaduct, it's literally like the view is insane. I'll quickly put it on the side view so you can see. You would have just seen the side view as well. We're proper high up in the valley, which is pretty cool. The side view, the glass is pretty hanging, as well as the front view. I don't know if you guys can actually see all of the dead bugs and stuff. I wiped it off again this morning, but we're obviously 18 degrees out, so the bugs are all out having a good time. But yeah, again, we've had a 45-minute break. I was messing around with one of the lights on the bottom of the mirrors. I need to sort out some of that, and I need to sort out the camera system on the lorry, because the wires seem to have burnt out, so the right hand side one isn't currently working, so I've removed that, and I'm basically just going to run a wire to put a new like a lollipop light on the bottom of the mirror arm, and then I'm going to put the cameras a little bit further down. I'm going to probably put them on one of the side variants so they look a bit smoother. In October there's a new camera system that needs to be fitted to lorries for them to go into London and stuff. It's like an updated version, so obviously the lorry will be needing to get that sort of stuff anyway, so it's not the end of the world about putting them temporarily somewhere else. So we'll have a fiddle with that later on, depending on where we get parked and what time we get parked. But it would be cool to be able to get those lollipops on and stuff before the truck show at the weekend. I haven't got my drill with me, which is pretty annoying, so I'm going to try and do some sort of bodgery to make a hole. If it works, it works. If not, then I will have to leave it, unfortunately. But we've got some new side bottom of the mirror covers, so that they don't have to worry about the holes in the current ones from the cameras. And yeah, basically just going to see how we get on with that. We are following a diversion. I don't know whether I've gone the right way or not. I'm a bit confused. I think we might have gone the wrong way, and yeah, I don't think this is right. Basically there was a sign and it said like diverted traffic for PL, which is lorries, so I've assumed that this was the way we were meant to go, but I also don't think this is right because the sat-nav's not having any of it. And yeah, we've added like 10-20 minutes to the driving, so That's sort of annoying. I think it looks like we're actually driving down to a port, so this could be a big problem in the long run. What I might do is just have a look once we could have stopped there. Let's have a look to see where this is taking us now. But it looks like on the sat nav. Oh, it does look like it's picked up the route, I think, unless it's trying to turn us around. No, we can go this way basically now. So it just says that Rouen was closed for lorries, so I've basically gone the diversion route. But like, I don't know if it actually was closed for lorries. This is the issue with like general sat navs. Like both, obviously the car sat nav doesn't know, and the lorry sat nav isn't smart enough to know when like there's diversions in place for lorries. So yeah, we're just gonna head down through the port area and then hope for the best, really. We've got a couple of lorries behind us, so anything can happen. Maybe it's got a security dog. I'm going to slow down because normally these bumps are savage. I'm glad I slowed down because that second one was a nice big drop, which you would have felt. But yeah, so we're just going to follow this route and see how we get on. Well, this happened to be very convenient. Just driving down through the port and I saw an AS24 garage, so just sort of pulled over and put it in here. So I'm just going to get some AdBlue and top it up. Just like that, full of AdBlue. I'm back on the road, still following the diversion, so hopefully it goes well. This port down here is mental big. A load of those people that live in the caravans and stuff there. On this bit of land on the right hand side. Where's the lorry going? We're going straight as well, but everyone seems to be pulling out. Yeah, so just like that. Simple, but it's those are like height barriers. There was one a minute ago that said 9 meters, and I'm thinking, what are you bringing down this road that you need to know how high that is? Because that's pretty high. But I suppose if there's a label there, then they can't say they didn't label it, they didn't warn you about it. But yeah, I'll bang the time lapse on to go through Rouen, and I shall see you guys in a sec. Well guys, we've just stopped for our last 45-minute break of the day before we continue down, and I don't know what there's access to the tower. Oh, some sort of tower that goes all the way up. I assume you can walk right up it. I don't know what's up there or anything, but it's quite fancy for services, isn't it? But you've got nice clean water with some fishies. And over there you've got some frogs or toads. Quite a place really. Assume you can go up there and probably sit up there or something. I don't really know, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to wander back to the lorry, have some dinner, and then head towards the boat. See how we get on with time. Oh, the time is coming to an end. We've just got just under an hour. My current plan is to head for the parking at the train for the night, and then once we've done that, then we'll run over to Calais and get the boat tomorrow morning. So fingers crossed on all that going well. So we'll have a 9 tonight, and then we'll just head into the train. So yeah, we're just coming up to a péage currently. It's been a nice drive, to be fair. It's like 19 degrees down here in France. I'm only, like I say, well, I'm only 31 minutes away from the train now, so we're all good on that front. But what I'll do is I'll probably see how much time this is on the YouTube videos later on when I edit it together, and if it's really long, then I might end it on the boat tomorrow, or I might head it into the next few days, going up to the delivery. Why is this not beeped yet? There you go. So we will see what happens in a bit. Well, I thought I went the wrong way, because I've never actually come into the train from this direction, but we are all good in the hood. Just going to go into parking. I think it's about €27 or something to park for the 9 hours. So we'll see how that goes. At the end of the day, it's one of those situations where it's more about the safe rather than messing around being unsafe. I'd rather be parked securely than I would have to deal with all these sort of problems. I don't know what lane I'm meant to be in, because there's 2 lanes. Can't remember if one's for the parking area. Oh, that man's in trouble. Why did he just pull out in front of that police car? Oh, we're going in this lane. So we want to follow signs basically. Normally we'd be on the right if we were getting the train. Why is there just a man walking up the side of the road? I was just talking about it being secure and it's just a bloke walking up. Oh. But yeah, we're keeping to the left and we're going to the train parking. Hopefully this bloke isn't stupid and isn't going to try and overtake us. But Great Britain, Grand Britain, and we're going left. There's plenty of space as well, which is ideal. 110 spaces. I don't know where to park though. I always think there's always too much space.
Sharp right, then bear left.
Never been in here for like an actual break.
Bear left. Sharp right, then bear left.
I don't know if we need to. Alright, doesn't give us a ticket. Okay, no ticket there. Hopefully that's not a problem tomorrow. And we're off. What I'm going to do is try and park around the outside, if that's an option. So we're just going to... Oh, that's the quiet zone. So we... Okay. So there's a quiet zone. And then there's a free go zone, which I can see millions and millions of fridges. I wonder if I can go up here. Let's go up here. Maximum 20 minutes allowed. That says on the floor there. I'm doing that thing now where I'm going to drive around for ages trying to decide where to park. Oh, he's lost the front of his lorry. I don't really want to park between people because then you get more problems, don't you? It's not lit in here either. Oh, there was no space. Brilliant.
Turn right, then bear right.
Can I go this way or am I going to get in trouble? I don't know. Let's do it. Let's do it!
Turn left, then.
You basically just join me as I'm just going to drive around aimlessly around the truck park, wasting my life. We're not allowed in there. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in between one of these guys. We're going to go down here. Just going to put it right in the middle, over here on the left. Because if we don't, like I say, there'll be too much choice. And then we'll just be parked between everyone all night. right over here. Okay. And then we're right at the front end. Is he going to back in there? No, so let's go in. There he, oh, he is backing in there. Oh, he might have been. Right, we'll just go here then. Sold. Oh. That'll do, won't it? Right. I shall see you guys in the morning. I thought I would do this next bit as just a bit of a voiceover, as this whole process can take a long time. But obviously, if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know the process and you know how it works. So first of all, when you come into Calais, you've got to go to the booth, which obviously then tells you which ticket company you're going to be with. Second of all is your French passport here. And then third of all here, which took absolutely ages, if you can see the right hand side now is queuing up loads. So what was happening is basically there was a backlog of trucks going through, so they were letting people through the shed one at a time. But what I didn't realise at the time was that everyone else wasn't even going to this row and they were just driving around, because the queue for British passport was so long. It actually took nearly a good hour just to get through from the French passport to the British passport. So I'm there messing around. You can see me in the background doing paperwork, doing bits and bobs on the phone, doing whatever. And then suddenly we started moving. And I was like, oh, ideal. We're going to be like on the go. We're going to be like actually get somewhere. And then when I moved inside the shed, as you'll see in a second, I realised what was actually going on wasn't that they weren't doing anything. So we got a green light straight away and I'd only just got out the cab. So we got out and then we sat here for a long time. I tried to edge forwards, no one was letting me out because no one was moving, but the left lane was. So I was debating whether I just pulled round into the left lane, but I just couldn't be bothered. So I just pulled out in there. I banged the side lights on just for the cool looks at that time in the morning. But as soon as I realised the lane on the left was obviously moving quicker than us, I just chucked it over there. There's no point in beating around the bush in this bit. You just got to get on with it. Look how fast we're moving compared to the other side. So once we got around, obviously it's straight over to the British passport, which again, like I say, took a while. But the queue was literally just because people were cutting in and out here. You can actually go to the left around the sheds, but like we were doing this, but I thought we were doing this for a reason. But there was nothing. And then once I got to the other side, I just chose this lane. Oh, there we are. There's all the orange lights again. But yeah, chose that lane, went for it, and yeah, within about 15-20 minutes, we were all the way through this part. Yeah, it was good. Cracking bloke was real quick. And I said to him, like, your lane's moving more than anyone else's. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm just getting on with it. So, which was good. And once we'd done that, obviously, not sounding all rushed and that, we just went over to the lane, really. Sat up in the lane. I think we waited for another about 35 minutes because obviously it took so long to get through. There was no real rush, but that was us before we loaded onto the boat. Got the big bits of kit on today, haven't we? Look at the size of that. So guys, we're in the port. It's another cracking morning. What I'm going to do is I am going to end the video there because we've all seen getting on and off the boat many times now. So what I'm going to do is focus on getting the video ready while I am on the boat, and then once it is all ready and suited and booted, then I can get it up to you guys on the internet a lot quicker. We're at the lovely Calais this morning, as you would have seen earlier on. So we're boarding the boat shortly, so hopefully we can get over with no problems, and then we can yeah, get to our delivery. Only a few hours late, but it should be a good little trip over. Wow, what a cracking morning it is to be getting on the boat, eh? The sun is rising. I'll put a photo in a second. You'll be able to see that. The window's open, so you probably can't even hear a word I'm saying. And we're just boarding on. We've got our hazard lights on because we are a plug-in, like this chap in front, so we'll probably be right against the wall, which isn't such a bad thing in the world, but at least we're on, at least we're gone, at least we're England bound.